So you've probably seen these complicated rhythms, 3 against 2, 4 against 3, 3 against 7, 11 against 5. You've probably wondered to yourself, how do I play these rhythms? How do I get my hands together when the notes in each hand don't line up at all? Rather than just guessing how the notes line up in these kinds of rhythms, which is what I did for years, there is actually a way to figure out where each note should be placed. Let me show you. Okay, so we're going to use a piece of paper for this. You might want to grab a piece of paper and do this along with me. So let's look at this 2 against 3 rhythm here in Tifa's theme from the Final Fantasy VII piano collections. So take the note group with the most notes. So that would be the triplet group here, because it has 3 notes, right? The other group just has 2. So take the group with the most notes. It's the triplet in this case, so that's 3 notes. Write down the triplets. Leave a little space in between. This is probably way more space than we need, but maybe it's a little small. So write down your triplets. Now, subdivide each note of the triplet by the number of notes in the other group. So that would be the duple, 2, right? So subdivide each of these triplet notes by 2. So 1, 2. Just write little dots. 1, 2, 1, 2. So each of these triplet notes has been subdivided into 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So now let's figure out where the notes of the other group, the 2 notes, where they fit in with the triplet here in the subdivisions that we made. So first, place 1 of the 2 notes just right here at the beginning. Easy. So these will line up. So where do we place the second note? Well, how many notes are in the triplet? 1, 2, 3. So 3 notes before we subdivided. That's important. So count 3 dots. So 1, count this too. This is a note. Count this, the subdivision, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then on the very next dot, that's where our second 8th note will go. So this is exactly how notes line up in a 3 against 2 rhythm. This 8th note right here will just go right in between these 2 notes right here. And now that we have done this, you can accurately count this. You can count the subdivisions, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you could also count how we subdivided the triplets, so you can go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. When you count, be sure to accent the subdivisions where there is a actual note. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or if you have a different system of counting, you could do that as well. Okay, let's flip this page over and try a different one. Let's try something a little bit more complicated. So a 4 against 3 rhythm, which is found in the Chopin fantaisie impromptu. So in 4 against 3, what note group has the most notes? That would be 4, right? 4 is more than 3. So write down 4 notes. 1, try to write a little bit bigger this time. Also leave space in between like before, because we'll be writing in subdivisions. Okay, now we subdivide each of these notes by the number of notes in the other group. So the other group had 3 notes in it, right? So we subdivide each of these 4 notes by 3. Just write in some little dots. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There, so our 4 notes are now subdivided into 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now let's figure out where the 3 notes fit within our subdivision line here. So how many notes were in this note group that we just now subdivided? So originally it was 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So to figure out where our 3 notes should go, first place one right at the beginning. And now count 4 subdivisions, including the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now on the very next dot, the second of our 3 notes will go here. And now for the third note in our 3-note group, we'll count 4 again, and we'll need to count the subdivision that we just placed a note on. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So count off 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the very next dot, very next subdivision, that's where our third note will go. So this is a 3 against 4 rhythm and how they line up exactly. So again, you can count this any way you like. You can count all the subdivisions, or you can count in 3. So try to do this so you can see it without my arm getting in the way. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now at some point you probably will need to count these pretty fast. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. By the way, whenever you have 2 rhythms happening at once, it doesn't matter what the rhythms are, but 2 different rhythms happening at the same time is called polyrhythms. It's not that important to this video, but it's a music term that maybe you want to know. So to quickly sum it up, if you have something like 3 against 5, so you have 3 and then you have 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to sum it up, if you have something like 3 against 5, take the group that has the most notes, that would be this one, 5. This one just has 3, this one has 5. Take that and just write down every note on a piece of paper, or you can do this in the score as well if there's room. Leave some space in between so we can write in subdivisions. So we have our 5 notes, and now subdivide those by the number of notes in the other group, which is 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now to figure out where our 3 notes should be placed within our subdivisions here, place the first note just right at the beginning, so these notes will line up. For the second note of the 3, we'll need to count off 5 subdivisions, because there's 5 notes in the note group with the most notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now on the very next dot, so dot number 6, we'll place our second note from the 3-note group there, the triplet. And now we'll do that again to figure out where to place the third note of the triplet. So we'll need to count this subdivision that we just placed a note on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, count off 5, and on the very next dot, that's where the next note will go. And there we go, exactly how a 5 against 3 rhythm line up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Also, something I want to quickly go over is how to practice polyrhythms, especially ones that are more complicated, like 3/2, 4 against 5, 4 against 3. So first, practice them very slowly and count them out like we did here, and make sure every note gets placed where it should be. And when you start getting them faster, really listen to them and how they sound and what they feel like. To make these rhythms flow really well when you're playing a piece of music is more about feel than it is counting them out. Alright, so we're done. I hope you learned something here, and help out this poor musician by hitting that like button. Okay, see you later.